Hi there, welcome back. Welcome to a new restoration project. This one is a very, very special one. You'll figure out why in a second. It's a Telefunken Gavotte 55. Year manufacture is 1954, 1955, from Telefunken obviously. And this is one of the smallish radios, not the smallest ones that you get, but this is one of the smallish radios. And as you probably know if you watch my channel, I really love these smaller sets. This one came with the original schematic, which you sometimes get when you're lucky. It comes inside the radio and it saves you having to go look for it everywhere. Although you can find the information for this on the web these days. But this is in perfect condition. And this radio is a gift from a radio museum in Germany. One of the subscribers contacted me and asked whether I'd accept a radio as a gift from the museum to restore on the channel. No strings attached, absolutely none. There's no other commitment, but I really would like to show you this. This is their leaflet. It's a private museum, and from what I've been able to understand from the leaflet and the website, which I'll link below, it's actually a history of radio. And I like the concept because they've actually tried to show how radio has affected and been part and parcel of people's lives and households through the years. So if you have a chance, go and look at it. Their website is linked below, and as I understand it, they're moving at the moment. They're moving from the old premises to new premises, so they'll be up and active pretty soon, I'm sure. The information will be on the website, so I would encourage you to have a look at that. I want to thank you guys for this gift, and it's really an honor. I had no idea that a museum would consider my work worthy, so I'm a little bit humbled. Now, my friend also sent copies of the schematic printed out, copies of the data sheets, so I've got all that information on here. And with the fact that this is coming from such a worthy source, I really want to make sure that the result of this project is worthy of their sacrifice of this radio. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your gift, and I do hope you enjoy the series. Let's carry on and have a look at what we got here. The condition of the radio is actually pretty good. It's got quite a bit of dust on it, but that's understandable. All the plastic seemed to be intact. I don't see any breakages on here. That's always a good sign. Cleaning you can do. Repairing this plastic is not easy, especially if you want to do it without leaving any remnant marks on there. But it looks like to be in pretty good shape, and this is actually an interesting color scheme, and it is an original. I've seen various pictures on the web where this particular tone is one of them. It used to come in darker wood as well, but it's got like a guitar burst, sunburst finish where it's lighter in the middle here. There's a bit of staining on there, but I'm sure we can get that out. But there's no major damage to the actual enclosure, to the cabinet. So I think this thing's going to come out really, really well. I'm going to try and ensure that I don't damage it, so that I actually restore rather than, renovate. I want to make sure that I keep it as original as possible. There are a few things here that aren't original, like that screw over there, that one over there. I'm sure we can find something a little bit more correct for the period. But let's have a closer look at what we have here. So what we've got is we've got the off switch. Plata means pickup input, phono, long wave, medium wave, and FM, UKW. There's a control for the bass and the treble. They are moving. The logo plate is in perfect condition. What do we have here? We've got a magic eye in there. Not sure if that's working. This is all full of dust, as to be expected. Lautstärke, that's the volume control. The glass is in perfect condition as well. And we've got the tuning now. Trying to see if I don't see any indicator here. I think the dial cord is gone. But you've got medium wave and FM. So separate tuning for the two. All this is in perfect condition. Just needs a really good cleaning. The grill cloth seems to be okay. That'll need cleaning as well. Let's have a look at the back. Okay, what do we have here? It's quite busy. Antenna, ground and antenna. This is the FM antenna. You can select what you want your antenna to work for, whether you want it to be for both or separately, depending on how you connect that pin at the back there. Actually, it's in there. So what does that mean? For FM, if your antenna is going to serve for everything, then you connect it across. If you want it to be just for FM separately to the AM, you connect it to the top, which is what it's set to at the moment. There's the, this is the tape recorder, Tonabnehmer. So I think this is the pickup. This is the pickup rather. They've got the drawing here. You connect one to here and one to there. That is external speaker over here. What else do we have? Net spanning. That's the voltage selection. We'll see what we can select that to. And you've got the fuse information here. This back again, perfect condition. No problems at all. So let's open it up and see what we find inside. Whoa, okay. This has got a lot of dust. That's going to be interesting. I actually like it. Let's have a closer look. First of all, look at the size of the speaker. This thing is huge. This thing's going to produce some really great sound. It is really, really big. And there's a tweeter in here. It's an electrostatic tweeter. Those things sometimes need to be redone because the foam is sometimes all gone in there. What else do we have here? Here's a power cord. It's been nicely stored in there. The cord itself looks to be original. The plug, not so sure, but we'll find out. This is the FM antenna, the internal FM dipole. And then we've got our power transformer here. Fuse. This is an EL84 power tube. This, I believe, is an EABC80. There's the second IF transformer. As you can see, quite a bit of dust in here, which is a nice challenge. This is an EF89 IF amplifier between the first IF transformer and the second IF transformer. Filter cans over here. There's a ECH81 at the back there, which is also quite normal, and an ECC85 on the FM can at the front there, all with a good patina of dust. It just makes it look good when you look at the original pictures and you see things like this, and then you see the final result and it's all shiny. I really love that section. I love watching the transformation of some of these sets. So the dirtier it is, the more dramatic the change. I know, I'm weird. I think that gives us a better look of the inside. Here we've got the output transformer. There's a resistor here that seems to have seen quite a bit of heat. This resistor is usually the one between the first B plus and the second B plus. So it drops the first voltage a little bit to the second B plus, and the filter caps, if they are leaking, they'll draw too much current through there, and of course power is, you know, I squared R. R should stay the same, so if the current increases, the power is doubly, it's related to the square of the increase of the current. So this thing gets hot very, very quickly. There are some of these old caps that need changing on here. Paper caps at the back. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun because it actually looks to be all here, and it's quite simple. It's quite a compact design. There's the Magic Eye tube on there. That's an EM80. That could be difficult to replace exactly, but I think I've got a solution for that as well. Some more paper caps visible here. So what I'm going to do next is the usual. I'm going to remove this from the cabinet. To do that, I need to desolder the speaker wires. There's just 2 speaker connections here. So I'll desolder them there. And I'll also desolder the wires going to the electrostatic tweeter. And I'll be able to remove this whole thing from the cabinet by unscrewing the screws at the bottom here, putting this on my contraption so we can work on it quite comfortably. And then we'll be able to see what's on the underside. Now that we've got it out of the cabinet, we can have a closer look at this, and as expected, beautiful layer of dust. As I said, I love these because the dust seems to have actually prevented rust. I don't see any major problems with the chassis itself. But what it does do is that it gives you a big contrast when you clean it up. There's the CH81 that I mentioned. The output transformer with a couple of caps. Resistors on there. 3 caps, 3 resistors. Over there we've got the antenna coil. This is the IF blocking coil. Nothing unexpected on the top here. One thing I didn't expect is that the actual tuning is working. As you can see there, it's working, and if you look at this here, there's the pointer. That's actually fine. It was just, this thing was so dirty that I couldn't see the pointers at all, and there was no light on, obviously. But yeah, as expected. For a radio that's probably been sitting somewhere for decades, not surprising. Let's look at the underside. Well, again, quite a bit of dirt. There's a lot of it here. Tuning condenser over there, selenium rectifier, we'll have to replace that. Just a point of note, this voltage selector allows for 240 volts over there. So I can put it to 240, it's at 220 at the moment. I can put it to 240, and it means when I replace the selenium rectifier with silicon diodes, I may not need a voltage drop resistor, which is a good thing. Right, what else have we got? A few paper caps down there. These polystyrenes. These are usually okay. Shouldn't be a problem there. Not much. Not many capacitors in here. There's a electrolytic here. That's probably the FM discriminator cap. 2 microfarads. A few more caps down here. Lots of dust on here, but that is rotating fine. So is that one. The switching seems to work. They'll need to be lubricated, but they seem to work. This capacitor here is a mystery. I'm not sure that this is original. I'll have to check. I think this may have been put in afterwards. Yeah, I can see a wire cut at the bottom there. So this may have been a repair. It's not a question of the period, it's just I don't see a really big cap anywhere on the schematic other than the filter caps. So we'll have a look at that carefully. But yeah, this is it's a little bit tight to work on. Because of the size of the chassis, the components are actually quite hidden. So it'll be a bit of a challenge to actually get in there, but it should be fine. And as I said, I want to leave this as original as possible while replacing all the components that need replacing. It means that resistors will be checked and the capacitors will be swapped out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting going on this thing, especially because a good cleanup is going to make a heck of a difference to what this thing looks like. So I have the work pretty much cut out for me. I'll start with a proper cleanup of the chassis, blow it out or suck out that dust with a little brush what I normally do is with a little brush, I'll brush it and have the vacuum cleaner sucking up the dust as I brush it away. No point in brushing it down, it just gets worse. And then I'm going to do my usual thing, which is start with the power supply, have a look at how that is, and take it from there. I want to do this quite meticulously, so bear with me. And once again, I want to thank the guys at the Rundfunk Museum for this gift, and I truly hope that I do it justice. So, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed that, please click like, share, subscribe and all that jazz, and if you want to support the channel directly, you can do so on Patreon. Thanks for watching, bye for now, stay safe.